said Brittany's name for me, right? This is the toughest question I have to ask. I have heard, information has come towards me that next year, the hope, the dream is that Brittany will be in a top fuel dragster, and that her teammate will be a multiple top fuel champion.
Okay, that is not true. That is not true. If it was, I'd tell you, but I'd say don't talk about it.
Okay.
I haven't I've talked to a number of people.
Okay.
But right now, I'm trying to find money. I've got one sponsor for that car, Brand Source.
Yes.
That's why I hired Cole to find me some deals so I can run the car. I can finance part of it, but I can't finance a $3.5 million project.
Right.
And Brand Source has been with us all the way through Super Comp and A-Fuel. We were just up at the big convention with Brand Source. We met with Electrolux. We met with Ashley's Furniture. Just making friends.
Yeah.
We don't know where anything's going to go. We're on board with GE and so many of the companies that have worked with us. Mitsubishi, so we don't know for sure, but she's definitely going to run. We had a budget set for her this year where she tested all year, but she's doing shows. She's at every race. We can run the dragster all we want. We'll be running here after this race.
Oh, okay.
And then on to Charlotte and to get her to those 75, 80 runs.
Okay.
We haven't built a team, but that's in the process. But we've got to find some more money.
Right.
So the economy's taking a big hit.
Yes.
So at the end, right now it's one car is all it is. Have I talked to a number of people? Yes, but I'm honest to them. I don't have the money for my own kit.
Right.
But in time you would want, like we have multi-car funny cars, maybe not to the extreme of Schumacher with that many cars. I built her, Mert McKinney built me the new 3-rail chassis, engineered by him, and Ford, went in and looked at it with some moderate changes. But then and she's been running that all year. Okay. She already ran 80s with it. Okay. And, hell, I've never run that quick. Maybe Chuck Edgels did. But in a funny car, at the 1320, but not in the 1,000 foot. So at the end, we had to order another car from Mert. A redesign to fit the new cockpit. I was waiting for NHRA to approve it. You know what I mean? Right. And they did approve it. So I'm moving ahead, but I built a chassis to fit that cockpit. Right. And of course, it's been approved, so I'm going to move ahead on that. I heard there's some rumblings about stuff. I don't know what it is, but I don't get into dragsters yet. I'm focusing on my kids teaching her because I can't have any more funny cars. And Robert ain't giving up his ride with Auto Club, Neff with Castrol, and I ain't giving up my ride. I'm having too much fun.
Damn right. Let me ask you that question just slightly
Ready for that
different.
foot rub?
Almost. Just slightly different. What would it mean to you if next year, if you had the sponsorship to have Courtney Force teamed up and running with Larry Dixon? What would that mean?
You mean Brittany?
Brittany, I'm sorry.
Courtney will lead funny car, that's her line.
My mistake, I'm sorry. Brittany, if she could be teamed up.
Dixon's one of the all-time greatest, without a doubt. I have spoke to him. A great family. In fact, we lost Sharon Brooks, one of our workers, a great lady, just a young kid, beautiful, and just we don't even know how to replace her. You know what I mean? Everybody's chipping in. She did so much for these. The next generation is running this company.
Yes.
My daughter Adria out of LA. The young kids. Robert's president. But Dixon's wife got up and did a tribute speech to her in a letter that she wrote. Oh, wow. It brought tears to all her eyes. We had to get together after the service at the Methodist Church. We had it with the father. Mom Jane was there and the brother, and it was just a great get together. That's why we're wearing our buttons. Yes. We got our stickers on our cars. She's our family. Yes. And just like Eric. So we're going to name a hall after her. Oh, cool. With her name there at the building. So, but Larry Dixon, I'm sorry. That's okay. I've talked to a couple, but if I had the money, Larry Dixon would be on the top of my list. One, he's right there in Indy. I've talked to the Capco kid, just not about driving, just about a few things because he rents from me. He's right there. But I've got to find money. Then I'd have to have another 18-wheeler. I'd have to have another truck. there's so much, and I'm not there, and Larry knows that.
Right.
But let me tell you, corporate America, if you're looking for a kid that can drive, a family man to represent you that knows a sport, that you got a champion built in, there's nobody better than Larry Dixon. Can't find a better driver. Whatever happened between him and Perdome, they were best friends.
Yes.
Like his son, whatever, I don't know the story, don't get into it, they're both great. But at the end of the day, you know, he went with a 5-year program.
Right.
And I believe Perdome would still be racing. You know what I mean? I think he just kind of was like at a point where he really liked Dixon, and it was just time for him to. And he's down there this weekend.
Oh, is he?
With Ganassi and the guys down there in Pittsburgh or somewhere.
Okay.
At the IndyCar race.
Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah.
Yeah, they're in Baltimore.
But I wanted to say about Linda.
Yes.
But Larry would be on the top of that list.
Okay.
The very top.
Okay.
But
That's
let me say this.
Yes.
I just don't have the money to do it, and I don't know if I can run her. Maybe 10 races.
Okay.
I've got a couple sponsors in certain markets would run. But let me say this about Linda that I've never said.
Okay.
Because I had my days.
And never got the Castro meet and greet.
I'm done right here.
We're finishing.
I had my days when I stood in awe of Don Perdome, of Don Gartlitz, of Shirley, the Mongoose, Raymond Beadle, and all of my heroes. They're still my heroes. Even when I get beat up by them, I love it. Even if you're getting abused, I love them. Perdome still tells me, Boris, I used to spank you when you were pooping yellow. And hell, I'm almost his age. But I've never said it, and I don't know why, but Linda Vaughn was my hero too. But because she was this lady, this queen of drag racing, I never got an opportunity to tell her. And the other night I told her. I said, 30 years out here, 35, I've been praising Don Perdome, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And all of them, and I said, I never really praised you, that you were my hero too. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I told her I loved her. And it was funny. I said, you know, when you look at life, Marilyn Monroe had DiMaggio. They all needed their men. Angela Jolene has Brad Pitt. They all need each other to be stars. And I said, Pamela Anderson had Tommy Lee. And I said, Linda Vaughn, you never needed anybody.
Wow.
Because you were you, and you had all the men. They were all in love with you, and you knew it. That's the truth. Because I was one of them.
I believe you.
My wife said, you're just crazy. How could you not be? And to watch a woman, when they told me her age, I said, don't start lying now. There ain't no way that you're that age. She's a beautiful woman. Unbelievable. And they really pay tribute to her.
Great.
Like I said, Ganassi, not Childress.
Yeah.
The Ganassi was there, and I didn't know he was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart told me I'll punch you in the mouth. Are you shitting me? I've been beat up 100 times. Can't hurt me. We'll sell the photo. He got up there and then he went off. It was Bob Glidden, Paul Candies, I mean, Doc, Jags. There was so many others that just...
Yeah, I mean, Ron Tobler, Lee Beer.
They love her.
Yes.
And
the world loves her.
So,
The world loves her.
and
Thank you. He's got
no foot massage?
He's got
Okay.
Again.
Rehab. When you get out and you think you're doing okay, I do it. In 3 days, I can't get out of bed. And what I'm saying is, do what they tell you. That little blue thing they make you stand on, and they stand, and you got to go like this, that builds the ankle. Because you can exercise this way, every way, but you can't that way. And that's your stability in a tub. Because if you go down, you'll break it again.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you one quick thing, okay? They haven't allowed me to take a bath or a shower since March.
Smell good to me.
Can you smell? Thank you very, very much.